the survey or no?
Maybe
I
we
guess
should
I can
hold off
check.
just to be fair.
Yeah, I can also check to see if it's in device console yet. Who's on shore doing the comparison?
Ed is doing that.
All
Okay,
right,
they
so
say
maybe
not yet.
not yet. Roger.
I got another question for the ROV pilots in the chat or in the question box.
Yeah.
This viewer is wondering if you guys have ever played Moonbase Alpha game. ROV operations seem to be the same as the game, is what they noticed.
What game? Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Moonbase Alpha game. I'm gonna Google this.
Do you know that game? I don't know. All right,
Let's
I'm getting out of here.
see. So short answer for the viewer would be no. They have not, but it looks really cool. It's a simulation video game based on potential moon-based programs.
Cool.
We should ask Brandon about it. He works for NASA.
Yeah.
Adjusting Atalanta's heading. Keep an eye on that tether as we're coming up the... Our happy heading is 120, it looks like.
I see data on device console.
Just going to change the range of this thing to 10 meters, so I'm lighting up the cable well. So those are what, 2.5 meter divisions now?
We have a viewer keeping up with the live stream as well as the data stream.
Whoa.
Can zoom in on the Zeus just a touch. Thank you. Remind me, Danny, we're extended out on the Zeus before we move the minute.
Okay, we have power off to the beacon on the northeast mooring too. Still waiting on those devices.
Sorry, did you want me to do something about that, or you're going to tell?
No, I'm just letting you know.
Okay, perfect. We'll fly blind.
Get hurt to not oscillate so bad.
Looks like we're getting data in plotting utility too. Are we good to go?
Just waiting for shore to confirm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Patrick can go back to sleep.
Is my phone over there, Danny?
I don't see it.
Your
Is this
phone's
yours,
back
Dan?
here, Dan.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And for anyone that's just tuning into the live stream, we are diving at Endeavour, and we're plugging in, well, we've successfully plugged in, knock on wood, the mooring that was deployed yesterday during our deck operations, and we are just waiting for power and confirming that data is flowing from this mooring. This is a 300-meter long line and has 4 instrument packages. That includes CTD and current meter, and there's also an ADCP on this mooring.
That's Anna.
What, you don't like? It's been all over the map. I just decided to go in this direction, but I'll put it on, yeah, what do you have against Christina Aguilera? I'll put on our list. It's got all right, let's see. Here we go. How's that, Dan?
Why is it the pilot's choice?
'Cause he's driving.
Oh,
Same way it is in the car. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
What century is this from?
Shakira.
I'm putting this back.
Oh,
okay,
I thought that's what
we're
was
good.
on.
All right.
Depends on my mood, but usually it tends to be more on the angry side.
Is this angry enough?
No, it's way too tame.
Well, there's
Let me see, you got any tool on that?
I'd turn on movie scores.
Just gonna fact check myself here with AJ when he has a moment.
Why is Herc oscillating so much? So we're probably
There's
because
a lot
we're
of
light or
behind.
heavy or something.
A lot of behind the scenes work for the data right now, so I'll fact check myself on the instrument packages in just a second here.
Oh my God, kill me now. I don't know, the latest. Sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Tool's not angry, for the record. It's technical, highly technical. It's really good for doing technical. Only takes them, what, a decade to crank out a new out. Yeah. Depends on what music. If we're reading off playlists. I got Lily, the Offstring, Mondo Cosmo, Def Leppard, High vis, convention, October drift.
Just got confirmation that we are
Freezer.
good to go with starting the references, CTD.
All right, so the first instrument package is just up above us at 5 meters.
Roger, coming up.
And when we say instrument packages, we mean the dual CTD and current meter, right? That's one package?
Yep.
So there's 4 of those packages, and then at the top there's an ADCP?
Correct.
Got it. So 4 instrument packages plus ADCP. I always want to say ACDC.
ACDC?
Yeah.
This one here?
Maybe that's what we should call them.
Yeah.
And we're doing this for 3 minutes this time.
3 minutes.
Okay, this one's for you, Dan.
Roger, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh wait, just kidding, sorry.
Oh, come on.
Okay, here you go.
You guys will let us know when you're ready?
Yeah, I'm just moving a little closer here.
Cool.
So we can actually see it. Old and I can't see from far away. You close can't see anyways.
No, I even got laser eye surgery and it's still hard. I think
Sad times ago.
Sad times, I know. My eyes cost so much money.
How's that, Dan?
I've got all the autos clicked in here. Herc's obviously oscillating a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's all right. All right, we'll mark there. 10:03 on the minute.
Here?
Roger.
Okay.
See if I can play with the gains here and
The PID.
get it to flatten out a little. It changes depending on how you're... Where is that functionality? I forget. Oh yeah, why is that there? It should be not there.
So on this instrument package, there is a current meter and a CTD. A CTD, it stands for conductivity, temperature, and depth device. It measures conductivity, temperature, and depth. And then there is a current meter, and I actually am not 100% sure on how current meter works. Let's see here. So for this objective, we are placing the Hercules right next to the instrument package because there is a CTD on the ROV. So we're basically making sure that the data matches, the data on the mooring and the data on the ROV matches to make sure we are getting accurate readings on our instruments. And a current meter is a device that measures the speed and direction of water flows, of the water flow. We got this question a while ago, but I didn't have a chance to answer it because of our operation. But there is a 9-year-old from New Zealand wondering if anyone in the control van who has gone on expeditions ever found human-made material or bones. So I'm assuming human remains on the cruises.
Yikes.
Never seen confirmed human remains. But Vancouver Island in British Columbia is known for having feet wash up.
Yes.
What?
Well, shoes, I guess, with
Shoes
the foot
with-
still in it.
You're gonna give this 9-year-old
That's-
nightmares.
That's 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes, yep.
Yeah. so we can go up to the next package, Dan.
Roger, head it up.
And ending this train of thought.
Hey, he brought it up.
I did.
That's true. That's true.
So last
The
year
9-year-old brought
we
it up.
found several fossils. So we found a fossilized whale beak.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a
Where?
great direction to take this conversation, Dan.
I can't pronounce it. Danny can. One of the
hhmmss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
so that was the Hawaii expedition, right?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Okay, wait.
It was very cool. It's like a big.
Did you not get what he
thing
needed?
was
Oh, no,
meter,
sorry. I just need to
meter
bring
long.
the conversation back because Ed said he did his master's on washed up feet.
What?
No way.
No way.
He said,
I'm gonna look up
and
Ed's
I was
paper.
like,
Ed's dissertation.
I said, no, you're joking. And he said, no, the Strait of Georgia circulation stuff came
Ed-
up in his
Ed needs to get
master's
some
because
help.
of it.
Oh
So-
my gosh, Ed.
So you had counseling for that?
I had to let everyone know that. Sorry, Dan?
Has he had counseling?
I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah, wow.
What's
Still in the
forgetting the
field,
word
so-
now. Maybe Danny can remember the stuff that forms at like millimeters per millions of years on the rocks.
Stromatolites?
No.
No.
It's a mineral that we're very interested in for,
Manganese.
yeah.
Mm.
So the whale jaw was encrusted with manganese, so it was millions of years old.
Wow.
There's pictures of it on the website.
You have to look that up later.
We picked it up, flew around with it for hours, holding it, kind of like we're holding that beacon right now.
And the things you find in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've picked up a couple of them during our expeditions.
So where do you guys send these samples to get processed post-expedition?
That's funny. There was a big argument over that. So, is it biological or is it geological? So the biologists and the geologists had quite the animated conversation on where it was going to go.
I bet.
Most of our rocks that we pick up go back to Rhode Island, but one of the biologists was, I forget where she was from, what institution. In the end, it was classified as a fossil, as a rock, because that's we need permits to, everything we do in the sanctuaries. It was picked up under a permit as a fossil. As opposed to, we get permits to do X amount of biological samples.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of parameters that are associated with that. It has to be so many the same species within a certain amount of time or sighting or area or whatever. There's a whole thing that's above my head on where we can sample and where we can't, or what we can sample and what we can't.
Yeah.
But they basically go into an area where scientists can request part of that sample or the sample itself, and they like check it out like a library from what I kind of understand.
Dan, I'm going to switch you to USBL.
Roger.
I'll stop on the wrench.
Roger.
All right, Dan, let us know when you're all dialed in there.
Yeah, I'm dialed in. We're gonna have to free fly here because we're no longer have our DVO.
You do.
Oh, we still have it?
Yeah, we only have
I guess we could do
only
it
have 50 meters.
This one, if you want.
I'm fine. I can hold it better than the computer at the moment.
All right.
Usually it's the other way around.
Well, that's good.
Ready?
We'll start there, yeah.
So one of the classic mistakes that ROV operators make coming up and down a wire like this is to walk around it. So I somehow, what did we say our happy heading was? 120?
Yep.
So I've already come around. You naturally like try and look at it, but as it twists or moves, you just don't know it, and you wind up on the other side of it.
I'm also watching you in Atlanta.
Yeah. A lot of times you don't have that. Like with Odysseus, you know, they're a free flyer. So. Even with the auto heading locked in, it still, you override the auto heading. And are we back on? No, we're not. Yeah, sorry. I just tried the autos there. That didn't work.
Should we blame Trevor for messing with things that he shouldn't be? Because they worked perfectly this morning.
No. The control system's not sophisticated enough to compensate for different all the dynamics that are involved in, you know, what the ballast of the ROV is, what the external forces are on from the tether pulling on it. It's just like one PID loop for everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we change it all the time, and there's, I'm not sure what the optimal baseline is even supposed to be. I've probably got 20 pictures of that screen on my phone with different numbers on them.
There's a viewer.
We should make a note of that in the log, Danny. What are the default PID settings? Supposed to be.
There's a viewer?
There's a viewer. There's
Just
actually
the one?
multiple viewers. But they were wondering if anyone who's been on expeditions ever found treasures.
I've been on expeditions where we were looking for treasures. That's all
really?
I'm gonna say.
Oh. Sorry.
Looking for treasures?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you are allowed to say?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Should we expect a movie about this, please?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, Anna.
Starring Matthew McConaughey?
I don't think he would be the right actor to play
3
the main
minutes.
character. He's way too
Yeah,
handsome
that's
to
3
play the
minutes
lead.
there. Up we go, Dan.
Roger. Headed north. Well, headed up.
What's our next altitude, HN?
125.
Yeah, you'll have to go to USBO if you're not already.
I am.
Roger. That kind of depends on your perspective. Every sample we take with this vehicle is a treasure.
That is so wholesome, Dad.
Or every USBL beacon we bring up is worth a small fortune.
Yeah. Everything we do is a treasure in that case.
Yeah.
Every late show, every evening of diving.
Is a treasure.
Well, if you think about the day rate and then divide that by minutes, how long it takes to plug something in, that's your cost.
$1 a second, fast as you can put them down on the table.
The treasure isn't what we're doing. The treasure is the journey that we went
The
on along
friendships
the way.
made along the way.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
I will tell you that on the treasure expedition, it was quite stressful, and one of my crewmates' dads gave him some advice, and it was essentially that, you know?
It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Yeah,
Anna,
yeah.
I'm wondering how you got hired to do this. Was it like a shady
Under the
man in a
table.
white suit?
We're
Wearing a fedora.
I was just contacted by the brother of a friend of mine who I had worked with on a Discovery Channel show. And he said, I'm
It's
looking
always
for a videographer who
several
has
links.
worked on ships before and can shoot,
Come
record
a little
audio,
faster.
all of
Danny.
it, you know, be like, they call it
What
one-man
speed are you
band.
making?
One
Did you
person
have to
band.
What's
sign
that?
an NDA?
Yes, I did have to sign an
Oh,
NDA.
wow.
Oh, you're coming up at 20. Okay.
Roger. Just watch the delta.
Legit.
It's getting a little shallow there.
I was trying to match your speed, but I didn't know what speed you were making.
Yeah, we want to keep a higher delta to keep that tether tight. So I'll stop here.
I just really want to know more about this.
Managing the,
I assume some hijinks
managing the
ensued.
tether with the delta.
Hijinks.
There were certainly hijinks.
I'm picturing Scooby-Doo style hijinks now.
Oh my god. It's the tip of the iceberg.
Oh.
Oh, man. Let us know when it's
When
fair
it's
for you
okay
to tell us
yeah,
about this.
I will. I certainly will.
You gotta WhatsApp us the link to this. Like,
We'll see
Don't
what becomes of
incriminate her,
it.
Yuko.
sorry.
Yeah, we'll see what
There will
becomes
be no
of it.
such link.
Yeah, could be a TV show, could be a documentary, could be a, you know, feature film.
Treasure fails.
We will see.
JK.
A learning channel show.
Learning.
Learning.
I learned some lessons for sure on that expedition.
We'll try and hold that 20 meter delta.
Are you going to match my speed?
What's that? No, wait. It's the delta we care about, Manny. 20 meter delta.
Yeah.
If you pull more, you'll pull me off. If we have less, we could get tangled up. How far away from are we from the nearest vent? So we're coming up into the smoke here, so we're going to have some limited visibility.
These moorings kind of bound the area where the vents are, so I don't know. We transited here from high rise. Those might be the nearest of interest, and those are
That's blowing
a
it
couple
out
of
now.
kilometers away.
Losing visibility of Herc there.
Or 700 meters, looks
Yeah.
like.
About 700.
Interesting.
Maybe that means there's something else up here then.
Well, the plume goes for
Treasure.
Smoky, smoky treasure.
How much time we got?
To hunt for treasure?
I mean, the awesome sightseeing we did at the beginning of the dive was a treasure.
That's true.
I bet there's treasures in those arches.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Ancient village.
Got about
yeah,
10 more meters.
Mer people.
exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
I think I watched Tom perform this song before half the people in this room were born.
Wow.
Okay, we're here.
Are we ready to start?
We are ready.
Sweet. Thank you.
Great, Mark.
Got it.
I forget what the other instrument next to the CTD is.
Current meter?
A yeah,
isn't it?
Nortec Aquadop.
Aquadot, that's it.
Is the CTD Seabird?
It is, yeah.
Do we
I think
use?
it's a Seabird Microcat.
Do we use any other companies other than Seabird for our CTDs?
Not as much in the deep water. In the deep water, we tend to stick to seabirds. Yeah, they're like a good oceanographic standard, and they're pumped, and there's less biofouling in this deep water, so we're able to use them. In shallower water, we use AML CTDs. They are not pumped, so they fare a lot better in the shallower water where there's a lot of biofouling. They have UV light biofouling mitigation, which works really well, but isn't rated for deep sea use. And then in certain cases, we've used RBR CTDs in the past as well. They're another Canadian manufacturer. We used to use them for our community fishers program, and I think they may be on some of our Argo beacons, our Argo floats. Yeah, mostly seabird and AML.
Nice. I met some of the seabird folks when we were going to conferences. Learned a lot about CTDs.
Is part of the goal of these moorings to observe the plume on the boundaries here?
Yeah, exactly. To understand the currents that are created by the plume and the heat.
Cool.
Do we have a map that we can share publicly about where these moorings are in relation to our Endeavour node and other Endeavour sites?
Yeah.
Is that on the website?
Yeah, we've got a great maps section on the website.
Can't remember if there was the moorings on there. It was just the observatory.
Well, yeah,
Come
the
up,
moorings might be marked.
Just a few meters for me, Danny.
I think that's our 3-minute mark anyways, Dan.
We're a little short of the 3 minutes.
Are we?
7 seconds. We're trying to be precise.
Okay.
You know about the rules, right, AJ?
You got the rule
Okay,
stickler
that's
here.
3 minutes.
There you go, 3 minutes.
Okay, good.
Up we go.
Coming up.
It's all about the data.
Okay, yeah. I'm just looking at the map now. You're right. It is. The mooring is listed in the on the map here.
What's our next target, AJ?
200 meters.
Steph's got it.
Copy.
Steph is neck deep in the details.
All about the details.
What are we doing after this?
More of this. We've got another mooring to scale. We're going to go find our northeast.
All right. Does it have a beacon on it, or?
No.
Well, it does, but we powered it off.
The IP had a beacon on it. The mooring did not.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's on the IP. My bad.
Is the northeast one the autonomous one or the cabled one?
The northeast one is cabled as well.
Okay, and that one's plugged in already?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, great. No. What? No, they weren't. Wait, I wonder if it's my friend. I mean, it apparently could be.
You guys have a half conversation going on SPO. Like.
Copy. Oh,
Does the ROV team have preferences of ROV models or makes? So the most recent question that came into our question box.
Yeah, no comparison. Shelling UHD, 2 T4s on it, 800 meters of TMS. Probably a McCartney launch and recovery system. Definitely a McCartney winch. Kongsberg makes a really nice Z-bend A-frame. I'm not sure they're making it still.
Nice. And then the second part of this question, I think, is more directed to our data logger and watch lead. How often do these moorings get their data collected or checked?
Which ones? The cabled ones or the autonomous ones? Because the cabled ones are constantly streaming data. And the autonomous ones, when we collect them.
Once a year about when we come out?
AJ? I don't know I don't know when that northeast
We
one was
don't
deployed.
typically go back and collect the data. I'm not 100% sure why we're doing it here. So usually they just get the data checked and calibrated when we deploy them, and then we will do it again when we recover them. And that way we're able to sort of bound the CTD performance with a CTD that was more recently calibrated on the ROV, and we can sort of better understand the CTD drift that occurs over the lifetime of its deployment. And we are hoping to leave them down for a long time if they're still working. So could be 5 years, I would say.
Okay,
Nice.
the next one.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, starting the time.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Whoever mystery person asked me that question, you need to send me a text because I'm intrigued.
Anna's losing her mind.
I really am.
Yeah.
I am. I texted a couple people and I don't.
This is
I mean,
exactly what happens in like treasure hunting movies.
No! Oh my god.
Oh.
This is really playing into the narrative.
I got a question from a viewer named Alexandre, who is 8 years old, and they are asking, what are you studying in the ocean? So this expedition, we are in Canadian waters, or I guess it's technically international waters, but we sailed off the coast of Vancouver Island, which is in British Columbia, and we have a big loop of fiber optic cables that give power and connects all of these devices, sort of like what you're seeing on the stream here, to the internet. And so we collect a bunch of data on different things in the ocean for researchers to study. So some stuff we collect can be temperature. We also collect information on how fast the water is moving in that location. We also have videos on the seafloor and even hydrophones, which are underwater microphones. So we collect a lot of data for a lot of different types of studies in the ocean. Thanks for writing in.
I think we are in the Canadian Economic Exclusivity Zone. So I think we are in sort of Canadian waters.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I wasn't quite sure how that worked with the boundaries in the ocean.
Yeah, fair.
On Ocean Network's YouTube channel, we actually have some sounds of whales and boats that we record using our hydrophones. which you can listen to sounds underwater, and that's just one thing, one type of data that we collect to help us understand the ocean. And for anyone just tuning into the
All
live
right,
stream.
that's 3 minutes there.
Roger, headed up.
Sorry, Yuko.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
so that's it for the ADCP, or sorry, the CTD and Aquadot packages, but we'll go up and take a look at the ADCP, which will be 50 meters up,
Roger.
and we'll take a heading for it. That's not written in the dive plan, but it might be nice to have a benchmark with the with the compass on Hercules.
Roger. I could be mistaken, but if you take a picture, it should give you all the metadata.
Sorry?
If you take a picture of it, it should give you the...
Oh, in the cinema cam?
I'm pretty sure if you do it in the logging software, it'll...
I mean, we get Herc's telemetry as a deliverable, and we'll have the video footage
Roger.
timestamped, so...
I think if you, when you take a still with a Zeus camera, and then I forget what the name of the logging software is there.
The C-log.
C-log, yeah, thank you.
We also
right?
have
Gives you
Yeah,
all the...
they're not using
our wonderful
C-log,
data
though.
logger
Oh, they're
here
not
to
using
take a heading
C-log.
for us.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing.
All right.
Just doing what I can.
I am using C-Log, so I can snap
Okay.
photos.
I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but pretty sure. Yeah, it has to be, because, I don't know, we always do the manual logging of it too, which is...
Yeah, so when we get to the ACDC, ADCP, I will snap a photo.
Same thing.
Right.
I just got it so mixed up in my head for some reason.
Acoustic Doppler current profiler.
And for anyone that's just tuning in, right now we are following a 300-meter long line. And on this line we have different instrument packages. We have 4 instrument packages deployed at different depths, and then at the top we have an ADCP. So we are just collecting data to make sure that the mooring data is correct. And we're comparing that to CTD data on the ROV.
Ed's saying we have to get the heading relative to beam 3. Are you aware of this, AJ?
Yeah, I mean, we'll do what we can,
Okay.
Ed, but we can't really rotate the ROV around the mooring, so
Okay.
we'll see what beam we can see. And
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we know that they're 90 degrees from one another, so
Okay.
I'm sure someone can do that math for us.
Someone. Not me.
That's what shore's for.
We're not here to do math.
That looks like an ADCP if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like it to me.
So would you guys be willing to come around 90 degrees on either side?
Yeah.
Looks like there's tape on this one. We can go see if that's beam 3.
Roger. You can hold that for a minute, Danny. I think 20-meter delta should be fine.
I'll snap a photo with Herc. Actually, this is a nicer photo.
Yeah, I don't know what that tape says, but I think that's a good sign that this is the beam we want.
down a couple meters for me. Give me a minute here. That's it's pulling on Herc's tail as I come around. So
Coming down.
roger,
18-meter delta.
roger. I clicked the heading in, but it's not holding it because I'm trying to pull my tail.
Are these numbered, the beams?
Yeah, but the numbers are really hard to see.
Perfect.
I'm going to call that 220.
220, roger.
So are we assuming that's, or not assuming, but our
Yeah, I mean,
best guess is that's beam 3?
we don't know.
Oh.
That's our, I mean, that's the only thing we have to go off of here, but I don't see a mark, so.
If you have a picture from topside, you could probably figure that out.
Good question.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the one with tape on it, so we can figure it out later. Do we want to go up and look at the buoy? It's always helpful to have this the C2 footage. It's 50 meters up.
Roger.
Make sure that the lifting point and everything is still in good shape for recovery, whatever that is. Does Ed know which side the Ocean's ADCP heading is referenced to? Is that beam 1 or beam 3?
I think beam 3. Because that's what he was saying, the heading is relative to, so I'm assuming. Yeah,
Because
beam
if
3.
so, then those are very different. Did he say 220 or 120?
220.
220, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's very different from what Oceans is showing. Oh, let's try true heading. Nope, still.
Should it
I'm
not
going
be
to come
true
a
heading?
little faster down.
Should it not be true
Okay.
heading?
Both true and magnetic are both off. Is Hercules' compass is magnetic, yeah?
No, it's
Oh,
fiber
it's
optic
true.
gyro. Octans gyro, survey grade gyro. Assuming I'm using that as an input.
Octanes
Sure I
is
am.
selected.
Just looking at the top float. I'm doing this because last time I did one of these surveys, I didn't go look at the top float, and then I couldn't find any deck photos of the top float. So I don't take any chances anymore.
Now snap a photo when we get up there too.
Oh, it's
On
finally
Herc.
the C2 footage.
Okay.
Come up a bit faster, Danny.
We also had incorrect records for how long the line was between the ADCP and the top float. And this way we have it documented as well.
I've drifted back 3 meters.
Some amp steel line, looks like it was used for the deployment. It's probably the line that was tied up and around the secondary float.
I want to say yes, but I didn't stay for the recovery of the secondary float.
And there's our recovery loop at the top. Looks good. All right. That's great.
Looks like a giant bouncy ball.
Yeah.
Tennis ball.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That concludes what we need to do here.
Roger.
So we're going to transit to the RC northeast mooring, which is approximately 400 meters to our southeast.
Can you make a note in the log for me, Danny? Complete.
So Johan, do you
mooring,
have
vessel transit.
do you have a mark there on high pack? It looks like you do.
I
Probably
do.
a good time for a gauge check too. I didn't make one.
And just be
during the
aware
excitement.
that we'll be approaching another 250 meter, 300 meter tall mooring. So
Roger.
approach with caution.
Dan, do you want to fly over this, or do you want to come back down and follow
Which
the
way are we
sea
going?
floor? We're going southeast, a bearing of about 108.
As quickly as we can. There's no interest in following.
108. Yeah, we can go that way.
Okay.
Happens to be the way we're heading.
Yeah.
So, come up 20 meters there, Danny. So the top of this one was 1840, if we haven't recorded that. Probably a good one to put in a log somewhere.
All right.
You can start moving the ship.
Copy. Bridge nav. Can we please track a line at bearing 108?
We'll stop the back of the ship. Good 50 meters away from it at least.
Yeah.
Hold on, something.
Once we get moving, I'll make a mark for that.
Roger.
Dan, my GUI just crashed.
Roger. Should be able to use the, see where it says Herc Atalanta on the left.
Top on?
Left.
Left.
That guy. Did you double tap it? You might, looks like you started 2 of them there. Alt tab.
Oh, wrong one. Nothing.
No other windows open?
No other windows are open.
Yeah, it's not happy. There must be another one open. Maybe another, you probably hit the other screen. Close that. Hit your Windows button on your keyboard.
How do we swap over?
Just move your mouse over and click on it.
Ah, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's a gotcha. So if you have 2 GUIs open, the telltale is all the thrusters are,
Doubled.
yeah.
So I'm just curious how that happened, because I wasn't...
Johan, you're good if I step
Probably
out for a
hit
minute?
the keyboard or did something with
Say
the
that again.
mouse.
Are you okay if I step out for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah, we're on path.
okay, I can continue. We're good at this elevation?
Yeah.
Okay.
course over ground is 140. Is that what you called in?
Ship speed?
No, you called the course over ground. Sorry, what was it again? 120? The bearing you called the ship move?
I called 108, sorry.
108. Roger. So here's the, watch this, Danny. When I come out of, when I click in out of depth for the first time, these are going to go 100%. Well, that's a bug.
Yeah, so
So
you gotta do the double click.
if I click this one the first time, they go 100% the other way. So you got to do the turn them on, turn them off. You got to do the double tap for both auto heading or out of depth. How far is the transit?
It'll be 350 meters to 50 meters off. 400 total, but
Roger. Half an hour?
Roger.
You go.
Well, that's brilliant. Can you also make a note in the red book to deal with the joy box cable that's about to get kicked unplugged with my feet at the pilot's feet? It's like if I kick it once, it would come unplugged. So I think somebody vomited all the cables out of the console doing something with the UPS and didn't put them back.
Deal with command console cable management.
Yeah, the cables on the floor need to be secured. Or secure cables at console, something like that.
Dan, you good? I'm gonna go do a buy break.
Roger. Gauge is good.
Gauges are good.
We still losing,
We are still losing in Atlanta.
but Herc's rock solid in the mains.
Yeah, Hooks mains.
6, no,
It
4.
was 4.5, it's down to 3.
Roger. The main on Herc?
No, mains 4.
Yeah, main is 4.
I wonder why they said
Oh, we came up, but probably.
that makes sense.
Come on, Atlanta, get with the program.
Hey, Dan, is this a good time to ask you a question?
Sure.
Yeah, I got a request from Jamie and Jacob for a soundbite about the new arm on Hercules. I was hoping you can talk a little bit about the new arm.
Sure. It is a, the name of it is Orion. It's manufactured by FMC Schilling Robotics in Davis, California. It is a 7-function, to be technically correct, it's a 6 degree of freedom 7-function rate arm. So it differs from the craft manipulator, which is a 6 degree of freedom 7-function spatially correspondent manipulator. And some of the other differences are it has, instead of a pitch and a yaw function at the end of the arm, it has a roll, a forearm roll, and a pitch function. And it's made out of primarily made out of aluminum. I can say that, ruining the soundbite. It's made out of aluminum extrusion. So the extrusions are made in like 20-foot pieces, and then they're cut down and milled with all the nice F-14 wing spar pockets on the side. It has another difference. The craft arm has rotary actuators for the pitch and the yaw function. The Orion has a linear actuator for the pitch function and a rotary actuator in the forearm roll. So the Orion is a lot stronger than the craft arm because the linear actuators are like a piston, like you would have in a, you know, like on your tractor or something like that. So they have less hydraulic leakage in them. They're less complicated, a lot more simpler, stronger, easier to maintain. But the forearm roll is, it's a rotary actuator as well, but the difference is it's not seeing an axial load on it quite as much because it's up in the elbow of the manipulator. So we're quite pleased with it so far. It's a long arm Orion, so there's 2 different styles of them. There's a short one with a shorter upper arm. So basically the same manipulator, only this one has a 2-meter reach. Currently at the moment it still has the standard giant four-finger jaws on it. So typically the Orion arm is used in the oil and gas industry for construction. So it's meant to do exactly what we're doing with it, come up and grab onto things. So it's quite beefy. It was kind of designed to be maintained and repaired with a adjustable wrench and a hammer, as opposed to the craft arm that takes kind of like playing the game Operation, tweezers and a soldering iron.
Awesome.
I would,
yeah.
if I had to do an analogy, it would be a lot closer to an excavator or a backhoe, where the craft manipulator has a lot finer precision real-time control with because it's teleoperated. So the Orion arm, we're operating that. We also got some new sub-Atlantic valve packs, so they have proportional valves in there. That means we can adjust the flow and the pressure to each function individually, which is a huge upgrade for us. Previously we had just solenoid valves in there, and the flow was controlled with a mechanical orifice, and that works great in a terrestrial application, but a subsea application where we're going from 35 degrees Celsius on deck to 2 degrees Celsius at the bottom of the ocean, plus the major pressure change. So the viscosity of the oil changes significantly. So what is an optimal speed on deck is like, you know, molasses at the seabed. The oil doesn't flow through that same fixed orifice in the same manner. So that causes the function to be like super slow when we get down to depth, or not move at all. So the ability to change both the pressure and the flow kind of on the fly here from the graphical user interface is huge. And that's why we can be a lot more precise with this manipulator versus the one that used to be on Hercules. We can move it fast or move it slow, have lots of power or just a little power, which enabled us to do something like we did yesterday with put the tip of the giant 4-finger intermeshing jaw on a 25 millimeter aluminum diameter puck to engage the trigger on the gas tank, which would have been challenging at best with the old Magnum manipulator we had. And it had the valves that were in there were all kind of large valves. This vehicle was originally designed for treasure hunting, so it was, it had some rather large pumps on it and a large thruster and kind of stuff you would use in excavating and suction and to move silt for if you're doing an excavation around a wreck, archaeology.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Ballard is, a ship hunter, right?
Yeah.
Treasure hunter. Found a lot of I can't say that word.
Archaeological digs.
Yeah, he's discovered a lot of shipwrecks. Submarines as well.
Yeah.
We've gone and looked at aircraft carriers, submarines.
Were you on the expedition for the, was it the, not Midwater, the archaeological dig from last expedition, or last year?
Yeah.
I saw the
we
highlights
went
from that.
The Battle of Midway, we went
Yes.
and poked around at the Yorktown and the Akagi, and I can't remember the names of the other two. There's 3 or 4 aircraft carriers that were involved in that battle that were all sunk around the same time. It was beautiful and spooky and spiritual all at the same time. But we didn't have Hercules down there. It was too deep for Hercules, and over 5,000 meters. So we just kind of dangled Atlanta around there and looked around. We didn't touch anything.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys weren't using Hercules for that. It was just Atalanta?
Yeah, we were originally meant to take a little Hercules down there. It's rated for 6,000 meters. But that didn't quite work out, so we just dove with Atalanta by itself. And we got some pretty good video for, if you imagine dangling a camera at 5,000, I think it was 5,200 meters, something like that.
Yeah.
And trying to move around in an area that is A, unknown, and B, has lots of, big metal
Hazards?
twisted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, at first it was quite nerve-wracking, but by the end we were getting somewhat comfortable with, we were blessed with some really good weather, so we didn't have a lot of heave up and down on Atalanta. And at times we had it within inches of the hull of the Yorktown. Japanese carriers were a little more, they weren't, there was a lot more debris and stuff hanging out on them because they took more hits and suffered from a lot more damage before they sank.
Yeah. How long was that expedition? Were you doing 24-hour dives, or was that?
Indeed, yeah. Yeah. We were fortunate to have some experts both on board and ashore participating in dives, so but there's limited information on, exactly, especially the Japanese vessels.
Yeah.
But we also had some experts from Japan on the science chat as well. It was very cool.
Yeah, and if anyone is interested in seeing this footage, it is available on the Nautilus's YouTube channel. I know our team on shore, we weren't involved, Ocean Networks was not involved at all with this expedition, but we were very fascinated with this work when we saw the video come out. And yes, Dr. Robert Ballard is indeed most famous for the discovery of the Titanic wreck. And I believe, when did that happen? I'm trying to see.
When was it discovered, or when did it go down?
When it was discovered. Let's see.
I actually don't know the answer to either question.
I'm just looking it up right now. This is like a trivia question.
Last century.
Good guess.
Dr. Ballard turned 82 years old this year.
Happy
Wow.
birthday, Dr. Ballard.
Yeah, and his, I think he had his 80th, was it 80 or 81st while he was on the boat. Sorry, that's me, Jake, I'll slow down.
So the Titanic was discovered on September 1st, 1985 by Dr. Robert Ballard. And according to Google, Dr. Robert Ballard is 81 years old and will be turning 82 on June 30th.
Oh, maybe it was 8, yeah.
A little
It's coming
premature.
up.
I'm going to take back my happy birthday. In some cultures, it's bad luck to wish people a happy birthday before their birthday.
Oh.
I have a friend who's very particular about that. She says, don't wish me a happy birthday before.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of see it.
It's not my belief, so I guess it doesn't matter. Happy birthday, Bob.
I have a question here about the temperature probe. I don't believe the temperature probe is working right now, but we are, the team on board, they're working hard at finding a solution for that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's correct. We're repurposing one of the BARS instruments.
Yeah.
Well, trying to.
There's some great footage. There's some great footage of Jeb, our senior project engineer, taking apart the probe and working on it today.
What a guy. Shout out to Jeb.
All right, so we are
Kind of like on his playlist, Jeb is putting his MacGyver hat on,
Is that a
dating
song?
himself.
Well, the playlist is back in your hands, Dad. No more poppy music for you. And we are just coming up to
Circa
shift change.
1980s.
See ya, you go.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, you go. Thanks. I can get a new. You want to go for blue, Lynette? Because the last one was painful. Or do you want it tonight? Good morning, by the way. Maybe Jake wants it. Somebody but me. No?
Oh. One less thing for me to think about.
Hey, where did Herc go?
I just listen.
Ooh, I'm pulling you. That's what's happening. Let's go tail to tail. This is ridiculous.
All right.
I got another half an hour here. I could probably come up or down, so might as well be tail to tail. Why don't you come
Auto
down?
heading off. Go down.
That was the wrong way to go, but here, before you do that, I'll stop.
I'll stop.
You can, oh, you know what? We'll deal with it at the other end. I already got it in there, might as well keep it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you stay tail to tail there. My bad, I pulled you around the wrong way. We could, is AJ back in here?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, sorry, Lynette, you'll have to tap it again. I got distracted. I'm gonna move that thing someday. Got it, thanks.
Good morning, Krusty Crew. How are we doing?
Good morning, Monica.
Morning, Monica.
Good morning.
Morning. What a lovely stretch of blue water. What are we up to today?
Popping moorings.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I mean, why not on a fine Tuesday?
Ed says good morning as well from shore.
Oh, good morning, Ed. Yes. He's up early.
Aren't we all?
Well, I mean, globally, no.
I meant in this band.
Yes. Locally,
I
yes.
wasn't talking about the whole world.
Ah, yes. Well, I was thinking this morning of starting with friends, Romans, countrymans. I now have your ears. Because, you know, they gave me a headset. But maybe that's a little too Greek. Or was it Roman? Roman.
Romans is too Greek?
That's what I said, yep. It's too early. It's too early.
Okay.
Yes. Hey, if you can't delight them with your brightness, baffle them with your craziness.
All right.
Yep. Anything exciting to report this morning?
No. Not really. We met our objectives, which is always good for us.
Fantastic.
We connected the other mooring that we deployed yesterday. Yeah, it went well. Power was on, drivers were started, got our reference CTD surveys done. So from ONC objectives point of view, it's been a good dive.
Fantastic.
In terms of biology and exciting things like yesterday, not so much.
Oh.
But, you know, it's still early. I was going to say the night is still young. I don't know what to call this time of day. The morning is still young. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know what to call
We've
this.
got time.
There you go. How about you, Jake? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point.
Excellent. Love it. And I appreciate those in chat who caught my morning reference. It is early, but they got it. Woohoo! Video, may I put in my formal request for a view of the impending sunrise?
Sure.
Fantastic. Pick your favorite blue screen.
Jake, is there a reason why the horizontals are going crazy?
Auto heading.
I just clicked out auto heading, it didn't change.
It's fighting really hard to,
I know, but
it's just fighting really hard to keep the heading where it is.
yeah, but even if I take it out of auto heading, it's still doing it. Oh, it's because he's got stick lock on.
Oh, you got stick lock on, yeah.
Interesting.
Hey,
That'll
Lynette,
do it.
how close are we to the mooring now?
Hercules is about 125 meters. Ship still has a ways to go. About 100 meters on the ship move.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Should I back down on the forward?
Yeah, I think you're going to want to chill out on the forward
Kinda feel like
eventually.
it.
Yeah, where is the target? I got up here too late.
Oh, let's see if you have one here.
Which way are we going?
Oh, we're backing down, that's
Here.
why. Okay, I see why he has forward on. Because we're backing down.
Yeah, this is your target here, but you want to stop, I don't know, 50 meters away. Somewhere over here.
Okay.
Good morning, Nav. I have an interesting question for you. Well, Nav and ROV front row.
Okay, let's hear it.
When you are moving between sites, does the ROV or the ship typically lead? Who's in front?
Well,
Depends.
the ship usually has to move, but we may sometimes, you know, drive ahead with Hercules and kind of lead the way if you're looking at the map. But in order for Hercules and Atalanta to really move anywhere more than their tether length, the ship has to move.
I see,
So,
and you try to move in tandem with them as opposed to being dragged along.
yes, most of the time.
I see. So it's more of a waltz than a lead.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Like right now, we're behind the ship, and the ship is backing down to our target. So we are keeping tension on the line, basically keeping Hercules out in front.
Okay. That further emphasizes why there needs to be 3 of you. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
And Nav, I don't know what's on your sonar this morning, but it's very pretty.
Oh, this sparkly one right up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's just noise.
Oh, it may come
pretty
as no
nice, though.
surprise that I don't mind noise. Pretty noise.
Yep,
Or is that how you say it? It's pretty noise. Pretty noise.
exactly.
There we go.
So our target is that our crosshair, or now we've gotten closer. Our target is, and we're, gotcha. Looks like our lat is pushing us in the
Yeah, you
wrong
can probably
direction.
ease off on the lat now.
Yeah, I think we overshot it. What do you think, Jake? Should I turn towards the X and put an auto heading?
Yeah. Yeah, well, try to get Atalanta and Hercules kind of in between the mooring.
If we get to the X, should I just go on to like station keeping, or?
Yeah, once we get to the X, we can
We're pretty much there.
we can allow Atalanta to
Yeah.
kind of come up. Like we'll get in our happy spot with both vehicles facing the same way. So we have both sonars facing the same way.
Well, as it looks right now, Herc's basically there.
All right,
About 20 meters left on the ship move.
roger.
Looks like you're dragging Herc.
Yeah, I think we had stretched out a little bit because Hercules is driving forward. So Atalanta's probably going to swing back a bit.
Yeah.
ROV team, question for you.
ROV?
Yeah, RV team.
Sure.
ROV. Sorry, I don't know why, but I really want to reach out to people in a motorhome, an RV. But really, I meant you guys. I was just wondering, have you ever paused in midwater intentionally, kind of turned off lights and basically anything that's not super necessary, and then suddenly turn them all back on to see who comes to check you out?
I haven't personally done it, but I know of several groups that have tried, and I think they've tried with Hercules in the past to do similar things, and also to see some bioluminescence. So they turn off all the lights and try to see what, basically what you can't see with the lights on, and get some really. There's some specialized cameras for doing that.
Yeah, I did know about the specialized cameras, but I wondered, is anybody feeling experimenty this morning?
No, that's
Not with a mooring hanging in the water, but
yeah.
Don't worry, there are many more mornings ahead of me. There you go.
I think you should ask the afternoon crew.
See, the thing is you guys have the delirium of fatigue, which is enhancing my likelihood of success.
Well, we've also got the ultimate rule follower here.
That is true. Yep, yeah, I see you. Yep. Oh. She made a rule we weren't allowed to mention it, and now we're mentioning it, so she's really upset.
I have to follow the rules. I can't not. Not because I want to, but because
We could have a
it'll cause
anarchy, an anarchist data steward on board.
I'm gonna break all the rules when I get home.
Just eliminate 1 0 from every code of data and see how long it takes him. Like just if there's a 0, just cut it and see how long it takes him to notice.
I love the idea of an anarchist data steward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not that interesting to be an anarchist data steward.
See, you're not trying hard enough.
Too easy.
I will teach you. Come under my wing.
I mean, I'm not trying to create more work for anyone. And I hope they're not trying to create more work for me. Although I think we just created a little bit of extra work for ourselves, but that's
I
what I
want to back down a bit and stop driving ahead, and we'll get Atalanta looking the same way.
Don't consider me having given up.
Sorry?
Yeah, I guess we'll try to hit the X with Atalanta, right? It's kind of...
AJ, I won't give up. I will try with the afternoon crew, and I'll circle back with a stronger argument if they also say no.
All right.
Yep.
I think you could convince them. They're pretty manipulable.
Malleable. Malleable.
Malleable.
Malleable.
Is that really the right word for it?
I believe so. To be able to be manipulated? Malleable?
Yeah, I guess so. I always think of like malleable as like bendy.
Well, I don't want to break them. I just want to bend them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Still backing up?
Huh?
Still backing up?
Yeah.
Right. Just making enough leash to turn around, maybe?
Should I get
We're well above the moorings, eh? We won't see them on sonar. How far is Herc from the oh man, I'm so tired, I can't find my words.
The mooring?
From where we think the mooring is, yeah.
About 60 meters.
All right. Do you guys have any interest in coming down a little so we can find it on sonar?
We're still moving the ship a little bit. Trying to get Atalanta into position as well, so
Okay.
up to pilots.
One more ship move, and then we'll start coming down.
Sounds good.
Steph, there's a suggestion that you can enter all of the data in assembly code from now on. That'll be your active anarchy.
What is assembly code?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I did in fact Google it, but basically it's ASM or low-level programming language with the strong correspondence between the instructions and the language. So I think it's like one of those, like when you envision like computer, enter toast, and then, you know, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where he puts in all the instructions and they're very literal. If you haven't seen that movie, I suggest you do.
Sorry, Monica. I gotta pay attention to something else right now.
My
I can't.
apologies.
No, it's all good. Yeah, sorry.
No.
Data steward crisis.
Yeah, my apologies.
Me.
Yeah, Steph's losing it over here.
I'm good.
Someone didn't follow the rules.
No, just miscommunication.
Mm.
It happens sometimes. It's okay.
Well, lucky for you, there are 6 other people I can pick on in the van.
Could change all the data into hexadecimal.
Hey,
Bridge,
she said
Nash.
shush.
I'm not talking to her. Just talking to myself about what I'm planning.
Can we have another 10 meters, 110? Thank you.
AJ, is that your exit strategy from ONC?
Yeah, maybe. When the time is right.
Can you imagine?
Master plan.
Well, yesterday you were 45 seconds early, so all of a sudden everybody's computer's going to go
I
to
was
hex.
5 seconds early.
Oh, changing the story again.
There's a video record, all right.
I was going to say, everybody's computer will turn to hexadecimal. We'll all look at you and you'll just wave goodbye. Video, what would be your doomed archaic format for us?
What?
What archaic format would you put video in to doom us?
I'm not sure.
That's fair. That's fair.
Haven't thought about it.
Just put everything in the PAL format.
Ooh, I was thinking slides, you know, like the old plastic ones.
But like stop motion.
Ooh, now that's evil.
There you go.
Do you have to like recreate everything in clay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nav just leaves us a bunch of paper napkins with X's and lines drawn on it.
Exactly.
Just drop the frame rates down.
That's
like
all we
15.
have up here anyway.
Oh, sorry, I let the cat out of the bag.
Just drop everything down to like 15 frame rates per minute. Per second, I mean.
Painful.
I mean, it's obviously fairly obvious that I'm easily delighted, but I do love it when you see film of things that have naturally matched the frame rate, like the one of the like hoverbird, because its wing flaps match the frame rate, where they're like helicopters fly in and the rotors are like totally stationary because they just happen to match the frame rate.
I just saw a video of that. That's so bizarre.
Which one, the bird or the helicopter?
The helicopter, when it looks like it's still.
Yeah, it's weird. The one with the bird's pretty cool too, actually.
I don't think the sun is going to do much today.
You're very quiet, my friend.
How about now?
A little better, yep.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get much of a sun show this morning.
That's okay. I still like being able to see the top of the ocean. But you are...
That ship move is done. Do you want to take another step toward the mooring? Another 20 meters or so? Or are you happy there? Just to get situated.
Is that Atlanta done swinging?
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, it's getting, you know, closer to the ship. So farther from the mooring.
Yeah. Maybe,
Another step south?
yeah,
or-
another 20 meters there, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
And then we'll come down.
Bridge nav.
You going back on your promise, Jake?
Can we have 20 meters, 125, please?
What?
You're going back on your promise?
What promise?
Thank you.
After one ship move, you were going to go have a look?
We actually already broke that. We're on ship move number 3 now.
Oh, no. Lynette really throwing Jake under
if
the
you think of
bus.
them all together as one ship move, then that's
Yeah,
it's
I
one
mean,
ship move.
the ship never actually stopped
Yes, exactly.
moving.
This whole cruise is a series of ship moves.
It's actually just been one continuous ship move the whole time.
Yeah, the ship never stops moving if you think about it.
It's like life.
Yeah, our planet is hurtling through space. Hey, that counts. Video, someone has suggested that if you really wanted to mess with us, you could go for Laserdisc.
Betamax.
Ooh, Betamax. And also, if you would prefer something other than this rather blue sunrise, you are welcome to disregard my suggestion. Find something of interest to you.
I kind of like the moody clouds.
I like the moody clouds too.
Is it like super cloudy out there?
It's
Yeah.
pretty stormy.
Yeah.
Jake, what do you think of this new calibration? Like,
What
it's
happened to our
instant
sunshine?
on the left, but it's like 3/4 of a stick before you get anything on the right.
You gotta, you know, live with some things.
Chocolate covered coffee beans?
Oh,
AJ, caffeine? No, that's quitter talk. Anyone else? Coffee beans?
You want to lateral left a bit, get underneath
Yes, coffee beans. Yes,
Yeah.
here you go.
in front of Atalanta.
Yeah.
So we're in our happy place before we start coming
Yeah,
down.
help yourself. There's M&Ms in there too, so be careful. Oh, anytime, anytime. Never leave home without them.
Okay, what's going on with nav?
Just bad USBL pings.
My happy heading's gonna be like 105.
Yep.
How tall is this mooring back row?
It's going to be like either 275 or 300 meters.
Got you in Atalanta cam.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right.
So we want to survey it from the top down?
Yeah, we can survey it in any direction. It'll be easier to find it in sonar from the top, so I'm good
Probably
with
be
top
ready
down.
to start coming down if we want to.
Okay.
Pause. Yeah. All right. Ready, Danny?
Yep. What's our target depth?
So I have a water depth of 1902 here.
Yeah, what's the height for the mooring?
So I think to be safe, 250, we'd for sure see something.
250? Okay.
Or 270.
2 foot off bottom.
Yeah, so that's a depth of
You're
like
trailing off.
1650.
Stay in the view.
Is
Yeah,
that, you
I'm
got
getting behind you.
1900. How high off bottom before when you lose your,
We lose DVL about 100.
so do you have DVL right now?
No.
So 1900 seems...
Yeah, seems not correct.
I've got RC North IP at 2177.
Okay, I'm just reading the depth in this target here for RCM Northeast.
Oh, I wonder if somebody put the top of it
Oh, okay.
because it's maybe a hazard.
Roger.
So 2177 minus 270, 1907.
Okay, yep, that would track with the top of the
Are you
mooring
coming
then.
down?
Coming
Jake?
down. Yep.
Sorry? No, we're gonna go find it on sonar.
All right, you got that, pilots.
Yep.
Around 1900 for the top of the mooring.
1900, rudder. Probably want to bring your heading a little bit to the right.
105 is our happy number.
Yeah.
You catching up?
Yep. I had seen the tether pop up a bit in the football.
I think it's because it was right underneath it.
Yeah.
So you're about 40 meters away from the target now.
Okay.
Sorry, I lied. 30.
Nothing
30
in
meters.
sonar on that lap.
Do you want to change the sector on the Hercules sonar a little bit?
Do you want that?
It's in 10 meter division
So
right now.
no, the so we get it
so
just
only
looking forward.
pans at the
Oh,
forward
yeah.
section.
Whoops.
That's all right.
Oh,
that's
no. Oh, no.
That's not it.
That's a narrow target.
We want to do that to Hercules sonar, not
Yep.
Atlanta. Atlanta we want 4.
That would have been a fun challenge there. Paint the 5-degree sector. All right.
Oh, boy.
There you go. Leave that one.
I don't know how to select this one.
I think there's a head select button or something. I don't know.
I think you're there. You got a box highlighted. Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Nice, nice. All right, 1900 Hert.
Okay. Hopefully start seeing it soon.
There's like a pretty faint target 25 meters away. It's still there. It's probably wire. Oh, I see it in cam.
See it in the camera.
Yeah. It's very faint,
Oh,
but it's
yeah,
right
I see
there.
it right there, yep.
Yep.
All right.
You want in here or you want to co-pilot? Okay.
So we're at 1900, so we're above the topmost package, so we can come straight down.
Want to drive forward a bit, get it a little clearer in the picture in the sonar?
I can barely see it in the screen.
Yeah, you're still 25 meters away from it.
No, we can see it in the HD.
Drive ahead a bit.
There it is. It's right here. You need better glasses, Dan.
There we go. It's starting to come into view now.
You're coming up as you drive forward.
That looks like the ADCP right here.
About 15 meters away.
Yep.
I got it in both sonars now.
Happy heading 105.
105.
Okay, so there's the top of it.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's good to know.
They're doing great. They're doing great.
Lynette's here to watch over them. Lynette's here to watch over them.
Adult supervision.
Okay. So you want to look at the top of this thing?
No, we'll go down to the first package.
Okay.
We'll actually go to the ADCP.
Let me get a little closer to this thing.
And lovely AJ, what is an ADCP, other than maybe the alternative name for ACDC?
An acoustic Doppler current profiler.
Ooh.
It's an oceanographic instrument that has this one has 4 transducer heads. Sometimes they have 3 transducer heads.
Mm-hmm.
And these